What's up, fourth graders? This is Mrs. Lage, and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about Edmodo. We're going to be using Edmodo for our first novel unit when we cover the book otherwise known as Sheila the Great, and I wanted to give you just a little heads up on how we are going to use Edmodo this year. So the first thing you did was I gave you a link to our group, and it brought you to this website here. And this is the Edmodo website, and it says join your group now. I created a group for our classroom for this novel unit, so we'll be accessing that. So the first thing you're going to do here is click I'm a student, and you see a bunch of different things pop up here. The first thing you're going to do is click a username. And I'm going to let you create your own appropriate username. Your username needs to have a way for us to easily identify you when you are in Edmodo. So like Cool Kid 1 would not be a very good username because that doesn't really tell me who you are. But something like Mrs. Lage does. Okay? So you're going to choose a username that helps us identify who you are. Your password, I am going to have everyone have the same password, and as you notice here, I just got a warning sign, no spaces or special characters, so I cannot have that period here, okay? So I'm just going to take that out, and the green check means that it's available. If you try to do a username and you get a red X, just try a different one, maybe with a number, your favorite number behind it, and that should hopefully get you a username that's available. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to create a password, and everybody's password is going to be the same. Your password, just like for our email, is going to be Lions 4th grade. So type in Lions 4th grade then when you get to the password. We are not going to provide an email address, you don't need one, and then you're going to type in your first and last name. Okay? So once you've done that, you're going to click this checkbox and then hit sign up. And that will prompt us to the group. So now that you have requested to join, you're going to get a sign that says this: you are requesting to join, and the group's name is 2014-2015, and you have requested to join. The owner of this group must approve your request. So that's me. I have to go in and I have to approve you. Click return home, and here is the main page that you're going to see, and then once you've been approved, it'll look a little bit differently. Okay, so what I did is I went in and approved, and we're back, and now this is what your page will look like once you've been approved. So this is the main page. It looks something similar to what you've probably seen before, also known as Facebook. That's what's really cool about this site. So here you have your main page, and then this is the group you belong to, the 2014-2015 group. Okay, so the first thing I want to do though is I want to show you, this is your information here, and it says looks like you don't have an avatar, get one here. So what you can do is click on this, and an avatar then basically means you can upload a picture. So when you post to our Edmodo group, everyone knows what you look like. You can see here I've done the same thing. So you'll go ahead and create an avatar and upload it there. And then what I want you to do next is notice this home button. This button, if you click it, takes you back to the main page. Okay. If you look down here, these are the communities you belong to. Since I set up this group, you belong to the Lone Tree Elementary Community and also our Lone Tree Community School District. So those are your communities here. You'll also find down here, you can give your parents a code so that they can access this account too and kind of see what's up. And so if you want to give them that code, that's completely fine, and they can check in and see what we're doing on our Edmodo group. So right here you'll see it says latest post. Just like on Facebook, you have a news feed, and this is our group news feed. So what you can do is you'll scroll down and you'll notice it's all me that I've done stuff here, and these are the things that you're going to be posting to as we complete our novel. You'll notice that this post here was July 22nd, whereas this one down here was the 21st. So the posts that were done first are at the bottom. So when you start replying to these messages, you're going to scroll down to the bottom first, and this will be the first one that you reply to. If you want to send a note or make a post, you can do that. So you type in your note here, and then you hit this send to button, and you can send it to the entire group, you can send it to one certain person in the class, or you can send it to your teacher, okay? So if I send it to the entire group, I would click that. You can also attach a file, a link, or something from your backpack. And then once you do that, you'll hit send. And when you do that, it'll show up here. So that is how you do a note or a post, okay? The next thing I want to show you is this planner here. It kind of looks like a calendar. So if you click on that, it brings up this new window. And if you click on the month or the week, you can see today's Wednesday, and it will tell you maybe what you had due that day. So here for August, there's nothing due. If we go to September, still nothing. October, we're still good. In November, oh, there's something in November. What I did was create a quiz for the end of our novel unit, and it has to be completed by the 28th. So if you ever have homework, you can refer to this planner, and it'll tell you when your homework is done. To get out of the planner, just hit this X up here. Okay? So now we're back, and I also want to show you this snapshot tool. If you click it, it's going to open a new window next to it, so notice that. So what snapshot is, basically it gives you a picture maybe sometimes, or a story and a question, and you have to fill out your answers. And you'll be doing that for various different lessons throughout the novel unit, and we'll get more into that later, but that is snapshot, and I'm just going to X out of this window to get back to our main page. Okay. Then next to the home button we have this progress button. It kind of looks like a heartbeat monitor, and if you click, this is our group, so I'm going to click that group, and basically right here is, this is the student, pretend me, and if I had an assignment, it's going to track how I did over time. So once I start completing assignments, you're going to see things in here. Hopefully they're all at the 100% mark, which means you did a really good job. But this is a good way for you to see how you did on your assignments within Edmodo. Okay. This also tells you how many posts you've done and replies, how many groups you belong to, and if you've earned any badges. Okay, we'll get to that later. Next thing I want you to look at is your backpack. If you click on backpack, it says you can add links and files, so you can access them from anywhere. So let's say you're doing some research and you find a really cool website that you find a lot of information on, and you want to save that website. What you can do is you can add it to your backpack. So if you click add backpack and you click link, you can copy and paste the link here and it'll save it for you. Okay. One thing that you need to make sure you understand though is, in the backpack you have this folders tab. If you click on folders, it has your favorites. Okay. And then these are assignments that you've turned in, and this is Google Drive, and we can connect our class website to that too. Okay. So now what we can do is take a look, and what I want you to notice about folders later, eventually you're going to see a folder here called otherwise known as Sheila the Great, and it's going to have all of your resources for our novel unit, and that will be popping up here once we get going on the novel. So that's where you can locate that. So it's in your backpack within the folders. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is, this is your notifications. So if you click on this little button, it tells you anything that you need to be aware of. So I allowed myself to join a fake profile here, so it tells me that I did that. Let's say someone replies to a post you've made, that would show up here. So those are your notifications. And then finally here, this is your account. So you can click on your profile, and this will take you back to where we were earlier. You can click on settings, help, and you can log out here too. One other thing I want you to notice about your profile, after you do the avatar, you can also insert maybe a favorite quote that you have, how you like to learn, or maybe a career goal you have someday. So You notice when I hover over these things, this little marking comes up here, okay? So if you have a favorite quote, you can click that, and that means edit, and you can search various quotes. So here they have some suggestions for you that are very popular. Otherwise, like this How I Like to Learn, you can click that. And if you like to learn by hands-on doing stuff, you can click select there. If you like to learn by listening, select that. Or if you like to learn by looking and watching, you could select that. Okay? And that helps your teacher to figure out what kind of learner and how you like to learn. I'm going to go back to the home page. And that's just a quick tutorial of Edmodo, and we'll get a little more into it here once we get going, but for now that's all you need to know. Oh, one quick thing, badges. So when you start completing assignments, you'll earn these badges for work completed, and the badges are pretty cool. So it'll be our goal to earn as many badges as we can throughout the class. And you can see, you know, a grade. If we get a grade, we don't have any yet, and then how many badges we have. So we're going to see how many badges we can get throughout our course. So keep that in mind. But here we are back at home page. Final thing you need to learn to do is how to log out. So you're just going to click this account button down here, and you're going to click log out. And it's really important that you do that every time you are done with Edmodo so that no one else can get into your personal account. And then next time you want to come back, you're just going to click go to edmodo.com, and then you're going to enter your username here and your password, which would be Lions 4th grade, and then log in. So that is a quick tutorial for you on Edmodo. Get ready for our first novel unit.